First and foremost, I'd like to give all acknowledgement, honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Arachah HaKodash, who giveth us forth his servant strength and power to move mountains, and who will deliver us, Lord willing, from the hour of temptation. A double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth. And shalom unto you, hopeful, sincere, elect members, and 1/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and Seminole Indians that truly believe that Yahweh is, and that he exists, the Most High, and that Yahweh Shai is the deliverer and will deliver you. Hey, shalom unto you. I'm the Brother Abaji from the Los Angeles GMS camp, and we're currently teaching in the San Fernando Valley. At a specific location is in Ventura, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying unto you, hopeful elect members. So with this whole court thing that's going on, where they're voting to have Trump testify because of charges that are being brought up, this whole subpoena thing is gonna lead to civil unrest, all right? Because these Edomites, they're not gonna let Trump go to jail, all right? And I don't even think Trump himself wants to go to jail. But we understand this is all a show, all right? But they have voted to subpoena former President Donald Trump. And this is going to cause a lot of civil unrest, which is going to lead to all hell breaking loose, you know. These Egyptians going at it, and violence in the land. All right? Complete civil unrest, people going at it, trying to kill each other over political views. All right? And this is all just a distraction for what's really going on. The downfall of America. The food, the crops, the economy, the jobs. All right, living. This is all a distraction, ultimately. And these Edomites are feeding into it. All right? This civil unrest, civil war is coming. All right? When I say civil unrest, it's going to lead to civil war. So, check it out.
The bipartisan House Select Committee largely focusing on former President Trump's state of mind on January 6th, alleging he had a long-standing plan, no matter the outcome of the 2020 election, to remain in power.
President Trump had a premeditated plan to declare that the election was fraudulent and stolen before Election Day, before he knew the election results.
He's going to declare victory. But that doesn't mean he's the winner. He's just going to say he's the winner.
We have got to finish the proceedings, or else it will have a complete victory.
The committee airing this gripping new video capturing bipartisan congressional leaders in hiding but working together to continue certifying the election results, even as the violent mob raged at the Capitol.
Sergeant Arms, be in touch about the process. We're getting members back into the building.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President.
Over the course of 9 hearings, the committee tried to make its case to the American people that Trump and his allies were determined to overturn the 2020 election, starting on election night.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
The committee alleging Trump knew he had lost, but he and his inner circle urged state election officials to find more votes and pressured former Vice President Mike Pence to reject the electoral vote count. Committee Vice Chair Liz Cheney warning such a plan could happen again.
What happens when the president disregards the court's rulings as illegitimate? When he disregards the rule of law? That, my fellow citizens, breaks our republic.
Today's new evidence, including bombshell revelations that the secret...
You think these Edomites that are headstrong for Trump is about to let Trump take the seat upon the podium and then be convicted? Hell no, man. All right, if Trump do go up in that court, it's gonna be one dramatic big event. All right, now let's get some scriptures. Jeremiah 51:46, unless your heart faint, meaning your mind become weak, right? And ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor. And violence in the land, ruler against ruler. So a political party versus another political party. All right, they've been talking about civil war for so long, and it's gonna come, man. Violence in the land of America. All right, civil war will come to America, and it's gonna get violent, because the ones that do believe in Trump, they worship Trump. They're the same ones that are stronghold on white America, on guns, you know, and they hate you, Jakes. All right. So I'm gonna try to keep this lesson straight to the point. So Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians, the modern day Egyptians is these Americans, against the Egyptians, meaning they're gonna go at it, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. There's a lot of division that MNSB, whatever that news station, MNSB. All right, let's go to some of them. MSNBC. They're like the damn detective. I was in the the kitchen, and this outlet, this news outlet was on, and they were literally revealing all these videos of Trump being guilty of all the accusations against him. He's guilty, and they're like playing detective and revealing everything. You would think this dude is guilty already. So if they call him in to sit and testify, he his ass is through. All right, let's get this right here. Subpoena. You think these white Americans gonna allow that? These so-called white Americans, these racist Edomites, these ones that are willing to die for Trump right now, to wit, ordering a person to attend a court, to summon someone with a subpoena. So Trump is being summoned to answer for all his crimes. And Trump himself, he don't want to answer for that shit. And you think these Edomites that are his followers, and majority of them are militias and 1%ers and Ku Klux Klan and Edomites that are violent, you think they're gonna allow that? Hell no, man. That's why there's gonna be a civil war. All right, now Didn't it just say right here? In another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. I was looking for something. I just read it too. It wasn't this one, it was this one. It says, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Now, what did the Lord say about this division? And Matthew 12:25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom, every rulership, all right, divided against itself. So if you have a kingdom and people ruling, and in that rulership, the people that are the head are going against each other, against itself is brought to desolation, meaning destroyed. All right? And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Didn't we just read city against city, kingdom against kingdom? And all these news outlets, they're aiding all of this commotion and all of this division, because the elites, they want the chaos. All right, so they could try to bring order out of chaos. They try to bring their New World Order. All right, where they have an excuse to be brutal, to show no mercy. All right. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Meaning, it's going to collapse. That kingdom. All right. We're at the peak of what they would call civilization collapse. But really, is the American collapse. Where shit just hit the fan and chaos is everywhere. This place is through, man. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. Now you even got division within divisions, divisions amongst the elites. It reminds me of Game of Thrones. Like, they're trying to keep the peace, even though they're family, they have the same blood. They can't keep the peace. All right, Esau is going at himself. All right, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? It's not going to stand anymore. It's going to be through. All right. Now, you Israelites, you probably think, well, this is none of my concern. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners that have the spirit of a Negro, Hispanic, and Native American man. You have the spirit of a Jake, and you're in America. Guess what? It does matter. Because a lot of these Edomites, they're waiting for the Civil War to come. So they could massacre you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This one officer, he was a deputy. He said, I can't wait for the Civil War so we can set back these blacks. Another century, another decade or century that he said like 10 years or something. So these Edomites are looking for that day, man. For there shall be sedition amongst men, uprising. All right, uprising against the monarch, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Let civil war break out. Let something happen. This shit is never going back to normal. This place is never going to be the same. Because once Esau kicks into his true bloodthirsty nature, you Israelites are never going to look at him the same again. All right? You're going to see that rust, man. All right? You're going to know his wickedness is not altogether done away with. Roughly paraphrasing. All right? And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Man, when shit hit the fan, you think they're going to be like, well, Donald Trump. They're going to be like, fuck Donald Trump. They're going to be like, fuck Biden. Because they're going to realize that Donald Trump led him into a trap. All right? I was talking to this Edomite one day after camp. And she was like, yeah, Donald Trump is with us. They believe Donald Trump is for them. But little do they know that they're walking. Donald Trump is setting them up. All right? He was set up to gather all these crazy Edomites, the undesirable Edomites, the wild ones. All right? The extreme ones. They should not regard their kings nor princes. They're not going to give a damn about Nancy Pelosi and all these officials that pass bills. All right? Or make laws and legislations and all that. And the course of their actions shall stand in their own power. All right? People are going to take matters into their own hand. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Because the cities are going to have checkpoints. All right? You're going to have military checkpoints. You're going to have barricades. And zones and all that. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods. So there's no turning back once chaos is on the streets. Once you start hearing of the shootouts, the screamings, people robbing, raping, and murdering, there's no turning back, man. All right, a lot of these people, they can't wait to let out their true nature, their true hatred and anger and all this shit. All right? And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. The scripture says we should be like madmen sparing none. It's going to be different out here. Real different. And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So there's going to be a shortage of food. And it's going to be a terrible time to be alive in America. I always had this one saying, what a time it is to be alive. No, it ain't going to be that. People they're going to wish to die. It's going to get so bad out here. Man, I forgot to read the 15th verse. I was trying to make a point in the 15th verse. It's a lot. Man, you see this, right? I'm trying to click this. Trying to get the whole chapter. Alright, here we go. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, weapons." So that one people should stand up and fight against another is Esau versus Jacob. Like I said, man, Esau is waiting for an opportunity where he could let out his anger upon you Israelites, because he blames the state of America on you Israelites, man. Now, there won't be a grand race wars, but there'll be little scuffles, Jacob versus Esau, man. So you Jakes think it's all good. You know, you think you're not gonna partake, but really the Lord's gonna have that sword after your ass. All right. But yeah, let me see if I got one more. Ooh. I think that's it, man. Let me read this again. "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians." That's civil war for you. All right, Americans versus Americans. "And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. City against city, and kingdom against kingdom." So that violence in that land is going to come to fruition. "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof." And you're starting to see that from now. "And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols, and the charmers, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, which is Yahushai, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, and the Lord of hosts." So America is going to be through. All right. It's going to be through, and it's only going to get worse once shit, like they say, shit hit the fan. And then only a matter of time before the Lord destroyed this place. But giving all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. As you can see, the elites are inciting for a civil war, because these Edomites, they love them some Trump, and they will go and die for some Trump. And if Trump doesn't go, he doesn't show up, that's an act against the government. And them Edomites gonna have to defend Trump. Or if he does go, there's gonna be one dramatic scene, and then the end result is these Edomites are gonna be there. All right, ready, on standby, like they attacked the Capitol. Hey, they ain't playing no games about Donald Trump. All right. Hey, but Lord willing, was edifying to the point. Hey, shalom to y'all brothers out there, man. Shalom.